I wanted to bring it into the Bassmaster studio, sponsored by Marathon, to just kind of break it down for some of the people. We've had questions online from people in other states that aren't familiar with the Tennessee River and what a ledge is, what we're considering a ledge. And basically, before we dive into the underwaters, it is the river channel. The river channel is what makes something a ledge. That main river channel, and then once it goes from the river channel, it dumps up onto different shelves, and those shelves are ledges. So if you're out on a lake and this is what it looks like looking at the trees, and you're out in the middle, way off the bank, all of a sudden you'll see underneath the water, it's going to drop off into a shelf. Multiple different types of shelves, depths. They don't have to be a saddle like this, but this is just a for instance. And this is going to be, you know, we consider it maybe a point or a shoal on other places, but when it's close to the river channel, we consider that a ledge. And that's where those fish and the shell will push with the current and get stuck on some of these high spots. The fish love that hard cover, and it's also a great food source. The current blows by it, and those fish will be attracted to those areas. And that's where they want to live all of their summer. Then when we go and explain it though, how they act on these ledges when there's no current versus when there's current. And this is an example of no current. No current on a spot that has shell. We mentioned it with Brandon Polinick yesterday, talking about fish that were up in the water column eating a swim bait. They weren't on the bottom. Joseph Webster mentioned it as well. These fish are more sporadic. They're all spread out in the water column, off the other side of the hump, over on the side, maybe a couple on top. But kind of those 3 or 4 groups of anglers can just cast wherever they want on a spot and catch them. But when that current turns on, like we talked about midday today, it will funnel those fish because the current will go around those high spots and kind of carve them out even more. The water will go to the left, to the right, maybe over the sides of them, and those fish will position a lot differently, waiting for bait to come by to ambush, and it just sets it up so all of the current in their face. It's a great feeding opportunity for those fish. So if you've never been to the Tennessee River and you don't know a ledge, it is just a river channel that jumps up to a flat area, you know, different kinds of depths, and that is where these fish want to spend the rest of the summer. Those are just a little underwaters from past Tennessee River events that we've had here.